First this evening, the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, has demanded the evil of anti-Semitism be stamped out in Australia. He made the call on a visit to Sydney's Jewish Museum this afternoon, just hours after cars and fences were graffitied with anti-Israel slogans in one of the city's suburbs. Those offences come just days after a Melbourne synagogue was set alight. This report from Sarah Maunder.
It was another stop as Anthony Albanese continues his effort to connect with the Jewish community. He's announced $8.5 million to redevelop the facility, and it comes after yet another incident in Sydney this morning. Crude words sprayed with black paint stand out on a white brick wall. The word Israel may have been misspelled, but in a community where many residents are Jewish, the message of anti-Semitism was clear.
This is a full-blown crisis, and let's be clear, Woollahra is a warning to all of us, because if we allow this anti-Semitism to go unanswered, any street, any suburb, any community could be next.
That's Dr. Dvir Abramovich, chairman of the Anti-Defamation Commission.
This is not just a Jewish issue, this is an Australian issue, because when one community is under attack, the entire nation's soul is at stake.
We've seen several anti-Semitic attacks in Australia in the past few weeks. Do you believe, or are you worried or concerned about the possibility that other people will see these attacks and take that as social license to do something similar?
Absolutely. Every time an act of anti-Semitism goes unpunished or unchallenged, it emboldens the next attacker. Silence is permission. Inaction is complicity. This isn't a slippery slope. This is a free fall into a pit of hate. And we're watching this happen in real time. And when anti-Semitism, when any kind of bigotry, when any kind of radicalism is normalized, it spreads like cancer.
Dr. Dvir Abramovich welcomes the task force, but he's worried it won't be enough.
This is like putting a bandage on a wound that's already been infected. And I think the Prime Minister could have done more. This will be, I think, rightly perceived by many as reactive damage control. And the task force is welcome, for example, but why did it take a wave of attacks? And why did it take the destruction of a synagogue for us to get here? So if the PM wants to show real leadership, I think he needs to make anti-Semitism a national priority, not just a talking point.
He explains the rise of anti-Semitism should worry all Australians.
There would be people who would ask, anti-Semitism is a problem of the Jews. Why should we worry about this? And my response is that anti-Semitism is a virus that infects entire society. When anti-Semitism rises, it's a warning that something is very, very wrong. And a society that allows anti-Semitism to flourish will eventually unravel into chaos. And as Simon Wiesenthal, the Nazi hunter, once said, it may begin with the Jews, but it never ends with the Jews. So this is a fight that is not just a Jewish fight, it's an Australian fight.
Sarah Maunder reporting.